Whoops, not ready. Hello everyone and welcome back. Okay, this is Woodland Fairy Display Cake Funky Mushrooms 2. I don't know what these are called, but they're the little mushrooms that grow on the side of trees. So here's our little cake. Oh, I stuck a door on it, by the way, but I'll cover that later. But these are going to be on the little thing like this. Okay, so the video gets a little boring and monotonous. I end up using Aztec gold luster dust, and I just brush them all gold. Okay, so once I finished painting the funky tree mushrooms gold and my hands gold, I decided to do little accents of gold on the button mushrooms that we made the other day. I'm starting at the base of the cap of the mushroom and drawing the gold upward towards the top of the mushroom. It makes for a pretty cool effect. Okay, so I decided to hit the bark with a little bit of the Aztec gold luster dust just to create some fun, pretty highlights. And then I decided I needed to darken the edges of these funky tree mushrooms. So I went back to my gold luster dust, loaded my brush pretty heavily, and then just did some touch-ups on the outer edges of these mushrooms, just to give a little dimension and interest. Okay, so this next part is downright embarrassing. I don't know what was going on in my brain, but I made it so much harder than it needed to be. All I wanted to do was stick the funky tree mushrooms to the side of the tree. Finally, by the last two, or when I had two left, I figured out the proper way. So what I ended up doing was cutting a couple lengths of wire, 20 gauge wire, and pushing the wire into the tree where I wanted the mushroom to be. Once I pushed the wire into the tree, I then had little posts to stick into the mushrooms. So I just pushed the mushrooms onto the little metal posts, and voila, they're stuck on the tree. It took, seconds, but yet I fought with it forever. So I won't torture you and make you watch the whole thing. we finally arrive at the proper way to adhere funky tree mushrooms to the tree. So I've reached for the bottom tier, which is a little bit larger than the top tier. I'm trying to figure out where I want to place the mushrooms. I put the mushrooms on the second tier on the right side. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the mushrooms on the bottom tier on the left side so that they're opposite. So I've taken and I've cut the little lengths of wire, and now I'm going to place those little wires into the tree where I want the mushrooms to be. So I'm kind of eyeing them up, trying to figure out where I want them, and then popping that wire right in. Oh, and I bent that one. Don't do that. Hold the wire down low. Let's try it again. Okay, success. I'm going to put in one more. Great, now I have two little pegs poking out that are perfect to push the mushroom on. I've moistened the one side of the mushroom that's going to touch the tree. I've moistened that just a little bit so that it will have that bond as well as the little wire pegs that I've made. So there I am gumming up the side. I just use a little water to do that. And just like that, I push them right onto the tree, and it works beautifully. Nothing to it really. See? Easy. Okay, so I have all the funky tree mushrooms stuck onto both tiers, and I'm just trying to get an idea of what our display cake is turning into. So you can kind of get a visual of what it's going to be. Oh. Clearly I'm not good with cameras, but I'm learning. So I think it's going to turn out really cute. I'm excited about this. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. We don't have too many more.